evening, my movie-loving brothers and sisters. Thank you guys for joining me again on this Monday evening on the Screen Talk Live YouTube channel, where we like to talk about all things movies, movie news, and other screen-related stuff. I am, of course, your humble host, Keith Toothman. I am flying solo today, so no co-host today. It's just me, so hopefully I am enough to satisfy your movie news needs. Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can have your movie news when you need it and where you need it. Let me think here. A few things off the top. We do have an Xbox Series S that we are giving away here on the channel. There's a video up for that. Go check it out if you haven't. But to give you a little rundown, if you send in a super chat during a live show, including today's live show, it enters you in for a chance to win that Xbox Series S. So if you're interested in winning that bad boy, make sure you're sending in those super chats to try to win that. Other than that, we do have our new channel membership up that is alive and doing well with 10 plus members. I appreciate the support from the channel members that we currently have, and any more that we get in the future. It goes a long way to help me continue to be able to come here, do this, and make the show better, look better, and improve it every day, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's it. I did not get the chance to go out and see. I've had all these computer issues. Just did today. Like, I wanted to get. It's 6:30 now. As most of you know, the show is at 5, but it just has given me all kinds of issues. I had a fan break on it last week that I had to replace. Got that replaced. I fixed it. It seemed to be working fine. I came in here today, and just all new issues. Didn't want to read any USB device I had plugged in. Just everything. I had no mic, which looks like I'm maybe yelling at you guys here with how loud my mic is. But I had no mic. So I had to shut it down, tear it all apart, throw it back together, put it on, and now it seems to be working pretty smooth. So here we are. Hopefully we can have a decently smooth show. But yeah, I was able to get out and see a movie. Before I get into that, I do want to say Avatar is doing well. Avatar 2, The Way of Water, is, I think, going to maybe surpass 2 billion. I mean, I thought this thing would slow down a lot quicker. I don't think it's going to have those legs that Avatar 1 did, but obviously it's not at the point where it's going to start slowing down yet either, right? So, yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, like I said. But, yeah, obviously it was number 1 at the box office as expected with no competition. The only real competition that it had was Megan. And that is our first topic today. Our first main topic today is my full review of the movie Megan that I got to go check out at the Warren Regal Cinema in Old Town here in the heart of downtown Wichita, Kansas. And didn't have the greatest experience there, but did see a great movie. I do have a little quick out of the theater review up on the channel already. If you haven't seen that, go check it out, just to get my quick thoughts on it if you don't care about me going on and on about Megan. But more or less, I just want to say this. I talked a lot about this movie. The trailers looked great, right? But the idea was this is kind of a revamped version of what Chucky is, more or less, or Annabelle, or whatever, right? It really is kind of like that. But the question I kept asking was, what could you bring new to this kind of film, to this, animated doll killer kind of film? What could be different? How can you tell this story any different? And they did, and it was awesome. It really was. Like I said in my out of theater review, I thought the first act did a really good job of setting the movie up. If making a reason for Megan to actually exist and need to be created. There was an actual need for her because, the small girl who had lost her parents in a tragic car accident, who wasn't coping well, but, had this attachment to toys or dolls that kind of did help her cope with things. So her aunt, who of course is like a toy maker, builds her this Megan doll. And then in the second act, we get like this real relationship that's developed between Megan and the young girl. I can't remember it, Katie, I believe. I can't remember. But yeah, and I thought I felt there was some compelling stuff in there. And throughout all of this is that weird Chucky kind of humor of, I mean, you're giggling here and there. The looks that the doll, that Megan can give, just like Chucky, that mean smirk or that very, hi, I'm Chucky, want to play thing. Like, it was used very well. And I thought it was awesome, man. I really digged it. And then, of course, in the third act, we get, the real unleashing of Megan and the killer doll. And, yeah, it came together well. This movie, like I said, probably doesn't deserve to be as good as it actually is, but it is that good. It really is. I believe it beat projections, and I believe it made a little under $30 million. It was second, only to Avatar too. So it did well. I think word of mouth gets around about this, and more people go see it. And I hope that we get those sequels that James Wan is saying that he has planned. I also seen the actress that voices Megan was like, yeah, I'll do 9 Megan movies. So let's do it. And I also heard James Wan say something about this being maybe connected to the greater Conjuring universe or something like that. And again, sweet. Maybe we get that romp, that Freddy versus Jason romp I always wanted. We get Megan versus Annabelle. I'll take Megan versus Annabelle for my horror romp, but yeah, I liked Megan a lot. I enjoyed the movie overall. Again, my experience at the Regal, usually I go to the AMC, and my experience at the AMC is always fluid. It's always nice. It's always friendly. When I go to do my out of theater reviews, I'm never harassed or asked, or told that I can't film in the lobby, or something like that. But other than my theater experience itself, I had a kick-ass time at Megan. So if you guys haven't had a chance to go check out this movie and see it, man, go see this. It deserves a watch. It really does. It's really good, especially if you're a big horror fan or a big comedy guy. I mean, this is, like I said, it's really riding that line of like what Chucky did in the later stages, right? Where being very ridiculously funny, but also ridiculously horror. So yeah, guys, have you had a chance to check out Megan? If you have, what you guys think of it? Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it? I mean, I'm definitely interested in whatever thoughts and opinion you guys have of it. So definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, with that down, we are going to jump into our second main topic today. And our second main topic today is this. So I'm not the biggest fan of the Oceans movies, but I know they were a big deal, especially when I was a kid. Like, I remember when that first one came out and how, like I said, how big of a deal it really was. And then it just went on and on and on, right? I enjoyed that first movie. I was a lot younger, but I really enjoyed it. And then there was maybe a second one that I seen that I also enjoyed. But then, like I said, I don't even really know how many Oceans movies there is. I remember they did like an all-woman, all-lady cast one. I never got the chance to check that out because at that point I was just burnt out on the whole, idea of what an Oceans movie really is. But and again, it's one of those things. How long can you do this and kind of do the same thing? But we have heard some news a while back ago about Ocean's 11 being remade, kind of rebooted with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. And we have this article here coming to us from the guys at Screen Rant where it looks like that Ocean's 11 remake with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling is about to start filming soon. Let's read a little bit of this article. The new Ocean's 11 movie starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling is set to begin filming very soon. Despite the critical and commercial success of the female-led spinoff of Ocean's 8, Warner Bros. Discovery is taking the future of the heist franchise in a different direction. In May 2022, Robbie was chosen to headline an Ocean's 11 prequel movie set in 1960s Europe. Soon after, Gosling joined the cast, reuniting the two stars after the upcoming Barbie movie. The new Ocean's movie will be helmed by Jay Roach, reuniting him with Robbie after directing the 2019 film Bombshell. Now, it appears that Robbie and Gosling's Ocean 11 prequel movie is gearing up to start filming very soon, according to a production listing on the Film and Television Industry Alliance's official website. The project, listed as untitled Ocean's 11 prequel, starts shooting on March 6, 2023. Despite being labeled a prequel, the project summary specifies it is a remake of the original Ocean's 11 film. Very interesting, right? So it's not a prequel, even though it's kind of being, labeled that for now. But it seems that it is a reboot, or like a complete installment of the film. Despite initially being reported as a prequel, this new production listing specifically specifying it as a remake of the original Ocean's 11 suggests that Robbie and Gosling's movie is more of a straight-up remake of the first Ocean's 11 from 1960. That film starred Rat Pack members Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop as World War II veterans who joined forces to rob a series of Las Vegas casinos. Steven Soderbergh already remade the film in 2001 with Ocean's 11, which served as the first installment in this trilogy of star-studded films. There's a chance the new Ocean's 11 movie fulfills both purposes simultaneously by remaking the 1960 original, and while being set during the 1960s, can also serve as a prequel to Soderbergh's trilogy, which is set during the modern day. This seems to be the case since the production listing describes it as both a prequel and a remake, so it could be both. That's very interesting. Regardless, the new Ocean's 11 is primed for success with Oscar-nominated stars like Robbie and Gosling leading the cast. I agree to that part 1,000%. Like I said, not the biggest fan of these movies in general. I used to really dig a good heist movie back in the day, but it's been a long time since those kind of movies have, what been, make me want to go to the theater. But yeah, this is cool though that we get, like they were saying, we get two Oscar-nominated stars. I mean, come on, Gosling and Robbie, the two of the hottest stars in Hollywood today, in the same movie, in a big film, who coming off of a big film together in the Barbie movie. Now they'll have this kind of big thing going on, and it looks like it's going to start shooting in March. So for those of you that out there that have been following along with this and wanting to know more about this new Ocean's movie, we now have a little bit of an update, and it's going to begin filming here soon. So I imagine here in the next couple months, we'll start to hear a lot more about this as it goes. So we will definitely keep you guys updated on that. But guys, if you had a chance to check this out, are you guys interested in another Ocean's movie? Do you care that, it's a prequel or a remake? Do you have a preference on which you would rather see? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, with that down, we're going to jump into our third main topic today. And our third main topic today is this. So, before the computer crapped out on me last week on Tuesday or Wednesday, I did a video about this kind of teaser trailer for the new Evil Dead Rise movie coming out, right? And the teaser kind of ended with the full trailer will drop tomorrow or whatever. Obviously, we didn't have a show because the computer broke down. And then I never really got a chance to check it out. However, when I was in Megan, this trailer came up. And God, this thing looks scary, man. It was a great trailer for Megan too, right? Because they were marketing it perfectly to somebody who was already at a movie like that. And yeah, it looks very scary. The stuff with the eggs in the pan and the blood mixing in with the eggs, and she's just whipping. It's a a cast iron pan too, and it's a open flame gas stove. It's everything about it is so that particular scene is so good, and it's obviously a family kind of situation where the mom has a couple of kids. She seems to be, possessed or whatever's going on. And it seems that the kids bring the aunt in, the mom's sister, to try to help with the situation. And it seems things are obviously way too far out of hand. Now, I am a big fan of the original, what's it called? Evil Dead series. But, man, I haven't seen those movies I was probably like 14 when I seen those movies. So long time. And again, I'm not really sure how this plays into any of that at all, or if it does at all. Again, this could be one of those reboot, remake situations. I really just don't know. But what I can tell you is that this trailer, it makes this movie look like it's going to be a blast, man. It's going to be scary. There's a lot to digest in this small amount of trailer. And I love the little things, like I said, the eggs and stuff like that. That stuff is really, really great. And yeah, I think that, with Megan's success, it's we're seeing right now that horror it can work. Megan is also critically successful at over a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's beaten box office projections. So man, I think this Evil Dead Rise movie is gonna do well in theaters, and I can't wait to see it. Honestly, the trailer's got me hype, and it's not that far away. So have you guys had a chance to check out the trailer for the new Evil Dead Rise movie? Again, if you haven't had a chance, man, go check this thing out. It is scary, and definitely when you check it out, or if you already have, let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. All right, with that down, I'm going to jump into our fourth main topic today, and our fourth main topic today is this. So, also while I was at Megan, another trailer that played that I wanted to talk about because, again, it just looks so good. Also, I am just the biggest Nick Cage fan, but that is the movie Renfield, which, again, is kind of this horror comedy kind of thing, it seems. And, again, very fitting to play this one in front of Megan. It was a really cool, unique trailer. First of all, I was just, again, big Nick Cage fan. Seeing him as Dracula in some of these shots is just hilarious. Nick Cage is a good Dracula, especially in that, like, the later years kind of older version of what our idea of Dracula is. He looks great. He looks hilarious as always. He looks like he's pouring his heart out as always. We love you, Nick Cage. This looks really fun too, right? This is bending genres all over. I'm not really sure what this is. Is it a comedy? Is it a horror? There's a moment where I feel like, wait, this is a superhero movie, right? Because is it Nick Holt or who is it? I can't remember who is the lead actor. He's got these powers that Dracula has given him, and he is using them to kind of fight evil while trying to, fulfill Dracula's needs. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's kind of all over the place, and it just looks like a lot of fun. Just looks like a lot of fun. Super good action. I hope it doesn't lean too much into that action side. I'm not the biggest action film fan, but the stuff that was in there looked great. There was a lot of very cool shots in there. But the stuff with, the rehabilitation group, where Dracula comes in and of course, he can't enter the doorway he can't enter a room or a dwelling without permission. And of course the leader of the group's like, yeah, come on in, and the other dude's like, no, right? It was great. And then he comes in and he floats up, and the dude's like, oh, this is way more than just basic level narcissism. It's like, yeah, but some of that too, right? And again, it's so funny and fitting that Nick Cage is playing that role. I still haven't had a chance to check out his last film. It was a big action film too, but it looked great too, and I need to check it out. I love Nick Cage. We need more Nick Cage. We always need more Dracula and vampires. We always talk about how adding vampires makes any movie better. That and some other things. So. This looks like a lot of fun. It was a really fun trailer to have right before Megan, like I said, and it really made me want to talk about it here today. That's how fun really the trailer was. So have you guys had a chance to check this trailer out? If you guys have, what are you guys' thoughts? What do you guys think about this? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, with that down, we're going to jump into our fifth and final and the only real reason we're here, main topic today, and that is sad news. One of my biggest and most favoriteest TV shows ever. One of the things that really, that me and my wife connected with early on when we first met was a little show called Workaholics. And now when she first showed me this show, I remember thinking, God, this is so bad. This is so stupid. How is this on air somewhere? Especially on national television. I believe it was on Comedy Central at the time. So yeah, they ended Workaholics. I can't remember what season it was, but they ended Workaholics a few years ago. It's been a while now, actually. A few years ago, meaning like 8 years ago, somewhere in there. And after ending Workaholics, they had said that they were going to together they had signed this kind of movie deal with Netflix, and they were making a movie in their directorial debut originally they were actually trying to put it in theaters, but that didn't work so well. So they went with Netflix, and I can't remember the name of that movie. I can't remember it, but I remember what it's about. It's the one where they're in the party, and it's got the guy from Home Alone that plays counterpart to Joe Pesci, the Wet Bandit, and he's great in it. And and it's a kind of a video game related movie, but they're kind of trapped in this big hotel. They're kind of bus boys or bellboys at the hotel, and yeah, it was a fun movie. Like I really love those dudes. So I'm gonna be honest, I probably have a bit of a bias whenever these dudes do anything. So, but I really thought that movie was good, and I was like, oh man, this bodes well for the future for me, because I don't have any more Workaholics, but I know now moving forward that I'm going to get something more with these guys. But we never got nothing else after that movie, right? Whatever it was, again, I almost want to say Ready Player One, but whatever it was, we never got nothing else. And then we heard rumors of another movie that they were working on that was actually like a Workaholics movie. Well, now we have more news on all of that, and it's sad news. And this is coming to us from the Hollywood Reporter, where it seems as though the Workaholics movie has been scrapped at Paramount Plus. However, it's being shopped to other streamers. Let's read a little bit of this article. The Workaholics movie has been scrapped at Paramount Plus just 5 weeks before the filming was slated to begin. Star and co-writer Adam Devine shared the news Monday on Instagram, expressing frustration over the reasoning for the streamer's decision. This is Adam, quote, "Well, Paramount Plus decided to cancel the Workaholics movie. Obviously, this news is the loosest butthole. We were supposed to begin filming in 5 weeks. Paramount Plus don't fit their new global strategy, Divine wrote. We are deeply butthurt about this decision because we were so excited to bring the weird one last time. The actor went on to express dismay at not getting to work with friends and co-stars, including Andre Holmes and Blake Anderson, as well as the larger impact of the movie's scrapping on the cast and crew, who are now going to have to scramble to find new jobs. The Workaholics team is out to other streamers, according to Divine. Hopefully, we will get to make this insanely fun movie somewhere else, he added. Based on the hit show of the same name that ran for 7 seasons on Comedy Central, the Workaholics movie was announced as in development in February 2021. The show, also co-created by Workaholics director and actor Kyle Newacek, Connor Pitchard, and Dominic Russo, followed college dropouts trying and failing to stay out of trouble while clashing with coworkers, partying, and pulling pranks. Divine, Holm, and Anderson were set to reprise their roles alongside fellow creator Newacek in a movie that would focus on the experience working through the pandemic. The Hollywood Reporter has reached out to Paramount Plus for comment. And this is tragic. This is terrible news. First of all, for some people, it's going to be 2 in one day because you're going to learn today that there was a Workaholics movie in production. And then you're going to learn today that there's no longer a Workaholics movie in production. Screw you, Paramount Plus, and screw your global fucking plans of world domination bullshit or whatever the hell you guys are planning over there. People got lives and shit, man. 5 weeks, bro. 5 weeks. Bullshit. That's why I don't have Paramount Plus. And if I do, I'm canceling it. And wherever Workaholics goes, hopefully somewhere, fingers crossed, this movie makes it to Netflix or wherever it goes. Thank you. Thank you for being the savior of this film, and to film fans and to Workaholic fans everywhere. This is a must-see film. This is a must-happen thing. These guys haven't got to work with each other, in a long time too. So I'm sure they're just chomping at the bit to get back in there together and be in this office situation again. Throwing COVID into that mix and the pandemic. That's great. Man, come on. What are they thinking over there? That's crazy. This is crazy news. Sad to hear. Shout out to the guys, Adam Devine, and, working hard, obviously, to try to get this thing going. And again, 5 weeks before production, they're going to pull the plug. And like they were saying, it's not those 3 guys that got to suffer the most. It's all those, all the crew that had planned to have that income. Now it just doesn't. And that sucks too, obviously. All because what was it again? Your global, it doesn't fit their new global strategy. Oh, yeah. Whatever the shit that means. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. Whatever. That is ridiculous. What is that? And how did we fit it a year ago? Why is your global strategy changing so rapidly, so rapidly? And again, fuck your global strategy, Paramount Plus. Screw you, Paramount Plus. Workaholics live on forever, and hopefully it continues to do so at somewhere else. And again, this is sucky news because I'm a huge fan of this franchise. There was a time in my life where, me and my wife, this is all, kind of like we do now often with The Office. This is it. This is all we watched was Workaholics. Every day, all day. We didn't have Wi-Fi. We didn't have cable. We had Blu-ray versions of season 1, 2, 3, 4 of Workaholics, and we watched them all over and over on replay. And you know what? Just talking about it, thinking about it right now makes me want to go do it some more, man. So, I'm gonna go check out some more Workaholics and wash myself in the vibe of those guys and remember how great this is, so I can rebuild my confidence in the idea that this thing's going to get picked up somewhere for sure. And I can't wait to see where it ends up. And I hope it does. So, guys, what are you guys' thoughts of this? Do you guys care? Do you hate Workaholics? Do you love this? Love these guys? Do you hate Paramount Plus? Are you hoping this lands somewhere else? Is there somewhere specific you'd like to see it go? Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, with that down, that is our last main topic today, but I do want to just talk about a couple other things real quick here that I have forgotten to mention. Let me check this out real quick. All right, guys, I want to talk about this new movie poster that has been put up for the Forest Hills movie. If you guys don't know, we have been covering the Forest Hills movie. We have our own copy of a movie poster here with Sir Edward Furlong on the front that we plan on getting signed, hopefully at the premiere, by director Scott Goldberg, who was nice enough to send us that beautiful poster. Thank you again, Scott. You're an awesome dude, man. But yeah, I wanted to check out this other poster that just kind of dropped out of nowhere. And let's see if I can pull it up. Here it is. And it's similar to the one that he sent us at the studio with Edward Furlong, only this time we got the legendary, the icon, Shelley Duvall, front and center, right over the smoky house. This is a beautiful movie poster. This is awesome. Hopefully we get a chance to get a copy of one of these ones too, and maybe we can one day get Shelley Duvall to sign one of those bad boys. But God, I love these movie posters, all three. Specifically, honestly, the original one, the one with, I guess you would call it the Chico Mendes version or whatever. But the one with Chico Mendes, the werewolf, coming out. I really, when I first seen that one, I was like, damn, that's classic, man. Like, I want that. But then, he sent us this version with Furlong, and I'm like, man, that's like an exclusive, cool version. So, yeah, so we got that one going. But, I just wanted to show off, this new one. I'll show it to you guys one more time because, again, this is great. All three of these are great. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out the rest of these, go check them out. Just, a quick Google search will find these things. But they also have an Indiegogo up so you can help fund the rest of the film, the post-production of the film, and get that film, out there and on Netflix and streamers and things like that. So definitely go check that out, guys, if you haven't. And, again, we appreciate Scott Goldberg for sending us that poster, man. And we appreciate all these badass horror movie posters. So, yeah. All right, guys, with that down, I believe that's it for today. A pretty inactive chat. Literally nobody. I think it's just been me here all day, and that's fine. Some days it's like that. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm glad we're back in here. I'm glad the computer's going again. And I'm able to, be in here even trying to do a show because it hasn't been going great. So hopefully everything keeps going smooth. And if so, I will be back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully. And maybe, just maybe, we will get Lucas or someone here in the studio to be a co-host at some point this week. So fingers crossed for that as well. But until then, guys, I appreciate you guys joining us here today. Again, make sure you guys go check out the video for the Xbox Series S. Share the love on that video. We need to hit 20K subs before we give that Xbox away. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Send it to your friends. Make sure they subscribe. Make sure you send in a super chat so you can get a chance to win that Xbox. But yeah, and don't forget our channel membership. Again, shout out to all of our channel members. I appreciate you guys, man. Even the ones that are just, doing $2 a month. It helps. It goes a long way, like I said, for us to continue to bring cool new stuff into the studio, like a giant, $1,500 Captain America shield and stuff like that. So couldn't do it without you guys. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all the love, the vibes, and whatever else comes with it. So guys, I will probably be maybe doing a like play and chat kind of thing later on in the evening tonight, and be doing those a little bit here and there. I've been playing a lot of RuneScape again lately, and I have finally set me up a little thing in OBS so I can bring you those type of streams when I feel like it. So it's an early night. It's only 7 o'clock. Hopefully I'll feel good enough later, and I want to jump back on here and do some just game streaming and hanging out. So guys, until then, man, again, I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate all the love, and tomorrow, 5 o'clock, I will see you guys then.